welcome back to Flat Creek Digital. I want to show y'all how I put the sublimation design on my shirts after they have been bleached. This shirt has been bleached and washed and dried. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have butcher paper on the inside of your shirt. And then make sure you lint roll your shirt before you put your design down. You don't want any of those black or blue specks, especially if the shirt is for a customer. You want to take your image and make sure you tear it, or at least cut it if you can't tear it. It just helps with press lines, but it also helps in case you have ink on the edge of your paper. I always have some sort of ink on the edge of my paper, so I always cut off the edges or tear them. So you just want to take your image. Now you've kind of already got an idea of where it's going to go because of your bleach area. But you just want to make sure your lettering is straight. Make sure it's still 3 finger lengths from the collar. Make sure it's kind of level in your bleach area. Normally, if I didn't have the bleach square to put my image in, I would use this ruler. I got a little baby ruler. It's see-through, so it may not be easy to see. But I would go from this end, the bottom edge of my sleeve, to the image. Bottom edge of the sleeve to the image, and just make sure it's the same distance. Okay? And I may show y'all in another video, but so now that you got it lined up, I have my tape right here close by, and you're just going to want to tape it down. You just don't want it to move. If it moves on you, you will have ghosting, which basically means your image will be doubled. Just tape it down really good. Alright, that's it there. Now we'll move to the press. Okay guys, I have moved my shirt over to the press, and I'll just make sure there's nothing up under it. And I have the Starcraft Swing Away, the 15 by 15 inch. Love my heat press. And oh, that was my Etsy. Make sure you put your sheet of butcher paper on top. Make sure it's covering your image to protect your heat press. Have it set at 388. You may need to set it differently, it just depends. I got pretty firm pressure, and I'm going to do it for 60 seconds. Okay guys, we've done it for 60 seconds. We're going to swing that away. Pull my butcher paper off. Put my image up. You're going to have some scorching, but you're just going to have your peroxide bottle by. Charlotte ran off with my peroxide bottle the other day. Chewed it all up. So I think I'm down to just the one, but I need to get more. Alright, you're just going to spray it down. You're going to bring your heat press back around. And you are going to just hover. Do not touch it, because you'll ruin it. You'll ruin your image. And plus you'll get ink on your press. But just, I kind of lower it some to get that heat pretty close, but you don't have to if you don't feel comfortable. But I'll just lower it, let it sit. Just brings out all that scorching. Just kind of, I'll move it around. Let it sit. You could just kind of, make sure it's up and not going to fall down on it, and let it just sit up under it for a little while. And it will get rid of that scorching. If it doesn't get rid of all of it, like I said in my other video, you could spray it down, throw it in your dryer for about 20 minutes on high. That should take care of it. But typically this will do it for me. But with the sleeve, sometimes it doesn't get it all out. So most likely with this one, I will definitely be throwing it in the dryer. But okay, I'll show y'all real quick, see if I got rid of some of it. I don't know if y'all can even really see, but I think I got rid of a good bit. But I'll bring y'all back in just a minute, and I'm going to show you how I do my sleeves. I'll show y'all how I sublimate the sleeves of my shirts. First thing you want to do is make sure you have butcher paper underneath, because your sublimation paper is really, it's going to be coming over the sleeve, so it will get on your padding or anything. So please make sure to have butcher paper. You want to have butcher paper inside of your sleeve just to help with any of it going through. I haven't had that issue, but either way, I try to have it in there. And plus it helps kind of stretch out your sleeve. Okay, I have mine kind of set up where it works out pretty good. I can throw my shirt up here to help keep it level, and make sure your image is not on the heat press. You do not want to press your image again. It will transfer some of the ink, possibly mess it up if you have it folded over. So just be careful with that. I have my images printed out. Hold on, I got to go grab them. I printed them out on the 8.5 by 11 sheets. I printed 4 of them. And so you're going to have 1 for each side of your sleeve, okay? And just pay attention to how your image is laying. I want my image, you know, to be going upright on the sleeve. Pay attention to that. And you're just going to lay it down on your sleeve. And the easiest way I've found, and sorry if the lighting's not good, I'm in the den, there's just not very much light in here. My husband's going to be working on my office soon upstairs, but maybe a while. We moved into a house that's over 200 years old, so we got a lot of work to do. But this will work for now. So, you lay it on your sleeve, and what I found works best is you find your seam and just fold your paper over, following that seam. Just fold it over. You may not have to fold it over too much in certain areas. If not, just leave it. And just fold that paper over. Work that paper, bend it if you have to, just to get that image right before that seam. You can cut this now if you wanted to, but what I've been doing here lately is just getting my tape, and I need to I've just been getting my tape here, and I've been taping it down like this, long ways, so basically it won't fold back over. Now if you want to cut it to be on the safe side, you do that. But that should keep it from folding over and ruining any of the other side of your sleeve. Get your butcher paper. Place it over your image. Swing your heat press around. Again, make sure you don't have your main image in your heat press. And we're going to press it again at 388 for 60 seconds. Okay guys, let it press for 60 seconds. You're just going to take off your image. Be careful because it'll be hot. And it'll be perfect on there. You're going to have a little scorching, but do not spray it with peroxide because you still have to do the other side. You don't want it to be wet. It'll make it worse. So what we're going to do is, this side's still really hot, so what we're going to do is work the other side that is cool, get the front side there, and then by the time we're done doing that one, this one should be cool, and we'll do the back side. Alright, so we're going to get all this. Make sure you throw all this away. You do not want any of this transferring to your shirt. Get you a clean piece. Transfer paper, not transfer paper, butcher paper. I get a big old roll from Sam's Club. That's where I get mine from. I don't know if you could probably even see it down there on the ground. But again, you're going to place your sleeve up there. Try to get, you do not want your main image, again, on the heat press. I just throw it up here to hold it up for me. Got to get my piece of paper to put on the inside. I'm going to speed this up for y'all because I know this is probably boring. But just want to make sure you get it in there. Like I said, it kind of helps keep it straightened out for you. Again, make sure your main image isn't on the heat press, but make sure your sleeve is on the heat press enough. All right, and you're going to get your image. Now make sure you are following the direction of where your shirt is. See, I have my shirt upside down to do this sleeve, so I'm going to make sure that I put my image upwards like the other sleeve. Don't put it backwards, don't put it upside down. If you want to make sure you lay your shirt up there the right way, you can do that to help from it being confusing, but I just try to pay the best attention to it as I can. Make sure there's no folds in your sleeve. Any folds is going to have a fold in your design. Try to keep it as flat as possible. So just lay it up there, and again, you just want to, now if you find it doesn't fit, your image doesn't fit on the sleeve, you may have to maneuver your sleeve some just to get it to do right. Sometimes you just have to move it around. Maybe you got too much of the back, and that's why it doesn't fit. Make sure it's in the right position again. Again, find that seam, follow the seam, and fold your paper over. And just follow the seam. Bend your paper, get your tape, tape it down, keeps it in place and keeps your paper from folding back over. Like I said though, you can cut it if you like. Just double check it, make sure everything's good. Butcher paper, double check, make sure your main image isn't in there. Make sure that butcher paper is folded over. And we're going to press it again, 388 for 60 seconds. Guys, let's check it out. Oh, it's hot. Be careful. All right. Looks good. It's not coming over to the edge of the other side of the shirt. I hope you can see that. Maybe you can't. Oh, maybe I can hold it up. But just see how it just follows on that seam. And maybe you can even see some of the yellow and scorching, but we're gonna get that. All right, so we're just gonna take this out, toss this other butcher paper, and I will bring y'all back and probably do one more sleeve to show y'all again, and then I will bring back the shirt and just show y'all how it turned out. Okay guys, we're gonna do this sleeve. I've got my paper on the inside. Like I said, make sure your main image is not on the heat press. Make sure there's no bends or folds in your sleeve. And like I said, I try to swap like sleeves. Don't do the same sleeve back to back because it's still pretty hot. You'll get a lot of scorching. Swap to the other side. Alright, and I get my sheet. Again, take note of which way you have your shirt. That way you make sure you lay your image on there the right way. And then again, find your seam, bend your paper, If you know an easier way, faster way, let me know. It's just what works best for me. I've been making so many of these, I've got to find easier ways to do it. Everybody seems to love these pretty good. Again, tape it down. Make sure your fold doesn't come over, get on your shirt. Also helps keep it in place. Okay. Put your paper. Make sure it's covering your image. Don't want it to transfer over. All right. And press again, 388, 60 seconds, firm pressure. Last time, I'll show you how it looks. Be careful, super hot. It turns out good. And make sure you don't spray with peroxide. Like I said, you don't want it to be wet if you have to do the other side. This one's done now, so I could spray with peroxide, but probably what I'm going to do is spray it down, throw it in the dryer for 20 minutes on high, and then I'll show y'all how it turned out. Okay guys, this is how the shirt came out. Super cute. I think I'm going to make me a shirt that says super cute on it. I say that a lot, but this is how the sleeves came out. Just a tad bit of bleeding over, but I really do think it helps when you kind of dab off the paintbrush. Sleeves turned out awesome. There's the back side. This turned out super cute. Make sure y'all please like and subscribe. Just, any comments, any other videos y'all would like. I hope this helps y'all. There's the other sleeve. Just did a little bit of bleeding. Not much at all on the back. Thank y'all for watching. And I will see y'all next time.